have ourselves a problem.
Oh no.
I'm going to turn my
Oh,
camera
no.
around and show you what it is right now. That little red heifer does not belong to me. She belongs to the neighbors next door. But the problem is, Prince Willie Joe thinks that she belongs to him. It's a lot of mowing at this property. Now, you don't have to. Oh, wait. I want to tell you something very exciting that was mentioned to me by a sweet lady named Rosemary. And she sent me an email, and I got a chart from Teresa. I got a message from Rosemary. And guys, listen to me. I think that these ladies may be onto something. Y'all hear me out for a minute. Do you remember when we talked about the possibilities of letting our bulls in with our females, dividing the girls up to their prospective bulls? Tex will take one group, Waylon will take the other. And once those bulls go into pasture with these ladies, they can breed the girls they're in the pasture with. And once the girls are bred, the bulls can stay for a while. It's not going to be a problem, the bulls staying. Check this out. While those bulls are off of their pasture, that's the bullpen, we could allow those 3 months of a growing season. Yes, if we take those bulls off their pasture in May, we can pretty much guarantee ourselves to have calves born the following late February, early March, which would be a wonderful time for calves to be born, right? And during those 3 or 4 months that those cows, the bulls, are off that bullpen pasture, we could fertilize it and grow grass. Hey, once we cut that hay crop, then we come back and put the bulls back on it. And guess what? We may have ourselves 25, 30, 40 rolls of hay. That was a brilliant idea. That lady, and not just that lady, but so many people have been so wonderful in thinking outside of the box and helping me learn to manage a Longhorn ranch. Guys, I'll say this, and I don't mean to diminish myself, but you know, the name Longhorn Lester is just the name. It's just the name, but it's actually us who's learning to manage a Longhorn property. Isn't that brilliant? So as I walk over and turn off this water, you can look at this chart that I'll show, and pretty much any of the cows that are going to be bred in the month of May will have their babies they'll have their babies the end of February, beginning of March. All right, so I'll stick up the chart right over here now. But what you can see is that if I release the bulls onto the pasture with their lady friends, once again, their respective lady friends, they'll have a herd they'll get to go with. So some girls will be up front, some girls will be out back. And so I can release the bulls to those particular pastures and allow them to breed and graze alongside the females, their babies, the moms, for a while. And then we can guarantee that all those babies will be born. Well, you can see for yourself on that chart about what day they can be born. And that means that if we leave those bulls off the pastures, let's just say from throughout the month of May, the month of June, the month of July, even the month of August, that's only 4 months to leave the bulls with the ladies. But that gives us time to grow all of this grass up in our bullpen pasture. That was 10 acres. And don't forget, 10 acres gave us 25 rolls of hay. Now, we didn't keep the hay because it had a lot of weedy stuff in it we didn't really care for, but we could absolutely come out and fertilize that 1st of May, get the bulls off of there. If we get enough rain through the spring months, March, April, May. Yeah, you know, I guess I'd rather have it growing earlier. But we fertilize it sometimes in April. We go ahead and let it start growing all of May and June. We might get some wonderful hay, friends. And that way we could kind of kill two birds with one stone. We still have our bullpen pasture for our bulls through a portion of the year, yet we can also have a hay crop during that summer month when the bulls are not going to be grazing it. And I love that idea. That's actually a brilliant idea. So thank you to those ladies and other people who share ideas in comments. You may not realize how much your ideas help when we're trying to plan things. But absolutely wonderful, wonderful ideas. Thank you. That little red heifer does not belong to me. She belongs to the neighbors next door. But the problem is, Prince Willie Joe thinks that she belongs to him. Friends, he is how old is he? Like 3 or 4 months? Prince Willie Joe, she's too old for you. Prince Willie Joe is like that middle school kid that has a crush on a high schooler. And the high schooler thinks he's cute, but there ain't no way it's ever gonna happen. Prince Willie Joe. Here's his mama and his wet nurse. And he's over there trying to... I know, baby, he's at that age. Isn't that something? Prince Willie Joe. That's a big girl. She's a high schooler and you're barely out of middle school. Guys, the crazy thing is he'll walk around with her like, oh no. Go get him, Mama. Go remind him he's a little boy. Look at him, he's a big boy though. He's a little boy with big boy tendencies and big boy thoughts. Oh no! Go get him, Jolene, go get him! Prince Willie Joe! And there's his wet nurse. She's like, what kind of son have you raised? And Jolene's like, watch it, sister. Jolene is trying to run that hussy out of here. She's a hussy from next door, y'all. The hussy from next door has come over. And Prince Willie Joe is absolutely in love. Go with your babysitter. I'm working. Y'all gotta go. I'm working over here. Y'all go. I'm working.
let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.